lovely Taurians, how are you guys? This is Debs and this is your reading for October 2025. Taurus. First of all, I saw a woman in the kitchen flipping a pancake. She was telling herself, okay, it's probably done by now on that side. Let's flip it over. I then saw this woman going into what looked like an office area, small home office. And she was fiddling around with a pile of papers and she turned one page over and shuffled it back in. So either, Taurus, you're deciding to overturn a decision, you may be changing your mind, or you may be feeling that something is done and you're looking at the other side. You're looking at somebody else's point of view, seeing their side of things, their perspective. Or you may have felt that one situation is ready and you're now working on another situation, right? Flipping it sort of on its head. So Taurus, interesting energy. Let's jump in. The deck that I'm using is the Sanctus Concordia. As you know, guys, everything is listed down below in the description box. I'm still offering 30% off 30-minute love readings if you're interested by popular request. The link is there to join the channel and all the decks are listed. So, my lovely Taurians, shall we find out what you're flipping on its head? Shall we find out what this is all about? So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Taurians? Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. This is their reading for October 2025. Yeah, this woman is saying, okay, good, it's done. It's done on that side, it's done. So, all right, let's flip it over. Okay. Are you telling someone something is done? Are you finished with one type of situation? You might have resolved a connection, or you may have received the information that you've needed and you're now going back to somebody else. Okay. I'm seeing somebody open a little garden gate and there's a dog in the garden and the dog is growling, standing by the door. And this woman is hesitating. She's thinking to herself, is it just show? If I open the door, will the dog relax or will the dog bite me? You may feel, Taurus, someone is going to be very difficult to talk to. You're a little bit nervous, guys. What is this? All right. Okay. Eight of Pentacles, yes. Oh, I'm just seeing pancakes. I'm seeing this woman checking a pancake, right? Oh, yeah, this is done. Okay, let's flip it. Let's flip it. You've been working on a situation, Taurus, before. Because somebody made a foolish mistake. Could have been an earth sign, could have been an Aries. I almost feel, Taurus, you're trying to sort something out here. You may be wanting to put something to someone. What about this? I know it's a little bit risky. It's a bit of a leap of faith, but what do you think? In the past, Five of Wands, internal conflict, or it might be, Taurus, there were a lot of arguments and disagreements with other people. There's also a defensive energy coming from you. You may have been trying to keep the peace. You may have been standing up for yourself. But there were obstacles, issues, problems, drama in the past. After that time, Page of Cups. You may have spoken to a child. Or Taurus, you may have received an apology from someone, but I'm hearing nothing was done. This is someone saying to you, Taurus, I am so sorry, but you may have stood there thinking, okay, but nothing else was done. I'm really getting that. In your thoughts, the Three of Pentacles. Okay. Why do I feel as if you're trying to draw three people together again? You're wanting someone to collaborate with you. You're wanting to rebuild a situation. Or you may be wanting to talk to someone about taking a leap of faith and a risk pertaining to finances. Well, what if we do this? I know it's not guaranteed, but maybe, right? In the immediate future, the Three of Wands. Taurus, you're hoping your ships are going to come in. We got a beautiful bright sun behind you there. You may be shedding light on something that happened to a third party. Now, a third party could be anyone, could be a family member who lives far away from you. You may be feeling that somebody needs to know something very important. And it could be very good news for them, and it could relate somehow to finances. You want to turn your back on the drama. You want to turn your back on the stress. And I think, Taurus, this is you working on a situation in another area. One side is done, one side is ready, and you're flipping it over. You're going to see somebody else because you have something very important to tell them, which you're hoping is going to make them happy. In your fears, the Four of Cups. Fearing, Taurus, they're not going to be happy. Fearing, Taurus, that they're not going to give you the response that you're hoping for. Okay. You're nervous about this person's reaction that you're going to see. I almost feel as if you're looking out across the horizon, thinking about somebody at a distance, telling them that you're making a big change, telling them something very important, which might benefit them, but you're worried they're not going to see it that way. In this person's energy is the Two of Wands. What they're saying to you, Taurus, is, okay, I'm not going to act on this. I need to think about this. But they're holding the world in their hand. This is somebody very confident. This is somebody who is thinking, I have another option. I don't need to take this. I don't need to agree to this. I don't need to accept this. They're telling you they need some time. Okay. In your hopes, Taurus, is the Hermit. You're hoping to pull back and give this person the time that they need to make a decision. You may be thinking about a Virgo for some of you. Or you may be hoping after this conversation, Taurus, to simply detach. Maybe for introspection, maybe, Taurus, internal reflection, okay? All right, well, I've done this, I've said this, I've talked to this person about this, my thoughts and feelings. I now need to pull back and let them make the decision. I can't push this person. I can't pressurize this person. I'm just going to have to sit and wait. In the outcome, guys, is the Ace of Cups. Taurus, beautiful. This is you not only sat in self-love, but this is you wanting an emotional new start. You've worked on a situation, it's ready. And what you're telling this person is, in the immediate future, what do you think about this? This is what I think would work. Or this is, I feel, a really good, I'm hearing compromise. What do you think? And the outcome is love, Taurus. So, clarification for you, justice. You're trying to balance out a situation. You may want to speak to a Libra about moving into a new cycle. So you're wanting to talk to somebody, Taurus, about moving forward into a new cycle, which is going to be fair and balanced for everyone involved. That, I think, is what you're hoping for. Whoever you're communicating with might have already left the situation for some peace and quiet. This might be somebody who was drawn into a rather complicated, dramatic situation. I feel as if they detached from you and they may have headed off and even left the area. This is somebody who turned their back on you because they wanted some peace and quiet, and they headed off in another direction. It's as if, oh, I just want to get out of here. They're understanding, Taurus, that you're trying to mend a situation. You're wanting to move to calmer waters with this person. They're thinking about this. And they're thinking about the past. They're understanding, Taurus, that this could help mend a past situation, or this is somebody who knows that you want to mend a situation with them, but they're going to need some time. Underneath the deck, guys, we have the Strength card, Leo. Two of Cups. I think, Taurus, you've held back from someone you're in love with because there was some kind of enlightenment about a large sum of money or about the fact that someone was leaving. So, Taurus, this could be the quintessential affair situation. I've got to be honest, Taurus, this could be you, okay? You might have taken a leap of faith and a risk, and now you're wanting to work on the situation. Whatever happened here, there was a lot of drama in the past. There was an apology, and this might have been from you. You're hoping to rebuild a situation. There could be 3 people in the mix, 2 threes here. You're wanting to discuss your future plans with someone here who has moved away from you, moved to calmer waters because of the drama. And with the 6 of Cups, they're thinking about the past, what actually happened. You're hoping to pull back to give this person some time. And with the energy of the Ace of Cups, Taurus, this is love. This is the renewal of a love situation. With the energy of Justice, you're hoping to move forward into a new cycle, which is going to be fair and balanced for everyone involved. You may be hoping to balance a situation out. This person is saying to you, I need you to wait. I don't have to accept this, Taurus. I don't have to say yes. If I said yes, we could move to calmer waters. We could forget about the past, heal the past, but I'm not sure I want to do that. And this is you holding back from telling someone you're in love with them because of some enlightenment that someone here detached. So are you realizing, Taurus, that somebody detached because they found out about a third party? We'll see, guys. Now, remember, this could be totally switched. Let's see what comes through. Archangel Michael, tell us about Taurus. What energy is Taurus sitting in? Okay, I may be dealing with a masculine. King of Swords. Taurus, you have a plan. You have a plan. You're working on a situation where you might have taken a leap of faith and a risk and regretted it. I think you're trying to sort something out here. You're trying to sort something out here, Taurus. Yeah, you're looking at options. What can I do? Okay, what can I do? Nine of Pentacles. I think, Taurus, you're hoping that someone here is still single, sat in pre-Empress energy. This might be the pre-Empress that you're hoping to be with, to patch things up with. Tell us about the pre-Empress. Okay, she's a Queen of Cups. So you're hoping to balance out a situation, Taurus, with a pre-Empress who could be a water sign, a Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio. I think you're trying to manifest her back. Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini energy. I think you want to come back together with this woman. You've realised she's still single. I think, Taurus, you did something in the past which caused a lot of drama and might have caused upset for this Queen of Cups. I think you tried to apologise in the past, but she may not have wanted to know. That's the energy coming through. Let's have a look at the past. What happened in the past? There was a lot of drama. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay, Taurus. There was drama because of a painful ending. But this also shows me, Taurus, that you felt betrayed. I think this was very complicated. Yeah. The World. You felt betrayed because the situation ended. The situation ended. Wow. 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, and you had sleepless nights. After that time, Taurus, Page of Cups, I'm now thinking, Taurus, this could be somebody who betrayed you, who tried to apologize. Yes. Yes. So, Taurus, you didn't apologize to someone. Someone else tried to apologize to you for being overindulgent. What did they apologize for? What's the overindulgence? Yeah. Somebody was deceptive relating to you. Somebody betrayed you. Somebody was deceptive and they tried to apologize. How did you feel? You felt left out in the cold. Okay. Taurus, what I'm getting here is, and this might sound a bit complicated, guys, and I'm sorry if it does, but it's a really strong message coming through. I think, Taurus, you were in a serious commitment, married or living together. You might have had a child with somebody. I think your partner cheated on you, betrayed you, tried to apologize, but you weren't interested because this person left you out in the cold. Your long-term partner left you out in the cold. So what did you do, Taurus? I think you headed out and met a pre-empress. You may have wanted your long-term partner to be jealous. You may have sent photographs of you with this pre-empress to your partner. You cheated on me, so I'm cheating on you. This is the woman I'm with now. You know, that sort of thing. But what you later realized was, Taurus, your long-term commitment was really over. You didn't want to reconcile with your partner again. And you kept thinking about this pre-empress that you, I have to say, you might have used as a one-night stand or a quick fling. You might have left her in the dust. So what you're trying to do now, Taurus, is to pull this pre-empress back into your life. I think this pre-empress lives at a distance. You may not have spoken to her for quite a long time. You are wanting to rebuild the connection with the pre-empress. But Taurus, are you still connected to your long-term partner? You might be. Although you two may be living separately, you could say still be married. Let's have a look at the Three of Pentacles. Judgment. Yeah, okay. You may have found out, Taurus, that a Sagittarian that you could have been in a commitment with potentially cheated on you. She may have apologized to you, Taurus. But I think you're making the judgment call to patch up the connection with the woman that you led towards for a quick fling because you were very unhappy that your long-term partner was cheating on you. So basically you used a pre-empress as a sort of plaster over a wound and potentially to make your long-term partner jealous. But later on, Taurus, you may have realized that your long-term commitment was over, it was done, and you kept thinking about this pre-empress, wanting to go back to her. Tell us about judgment. Tell us about judgment. Yeah. You now feel, Taurus, that this pre-empress doesn't want to know because you left her out in the cold, because you were left out in the cold, right? Hurt people hurt people. And with the 5 of Cups, there's a sense of guilt. There's also sadness, Taurus, understanding that you've fallen out of love with your partner. You don't want to patch up your relationship. But I think, Taurus, you're worried because you may have just deserted the pre-empress. She may not have known why. She may have been confused. She might have been hurt, Taurus. You didn't have the courage to say to her that you were actually in a long-term commitment, possibly married, but your partner cheated on you, so you headed off to find someone to have a fling with. You didn't have the courage to tell her that before. I think, Taurus, now your long-term commitment is truly over. You're heading back to find this pre-empress, to tell her the truth, but also to say to her that your long-term commitment is really done. It's truly done. Yeah. But you're nervous, Taurus, because you may feel you sabotaged a future relationship with a pre-empress because you treated her like a fling. You treated her as a one-night stand. Now you see this woman's worth. Now you realize this is the woman that you're supposed to be building a life with. You're afraid, Taurus, it's too late. What are you worried about here? Yeah. That she's not going to be receptive, Taurus. She's actually going to be angry when she finds out the whole truth, that you weren't single to begin with. And when she finds out, Taurus, that potentially you're still connected to that partner, she's going to be angry. On top of the fact that you left her, you deserted her, right? So guys, I hope you're still with me. In the immediate future, 3 of Wands, 2 of Wands. I think this pre-empress lives at a distance. You're looking at across an ocean here, but it could be another state, another city. You've left your long-term partner behind, and you're trying to make a decision to travel to see this pre-empress, to basically say, I want to be with you, and I'm sorry for what happened in the past. Whatever you're relaying to her, she's saying to you she needs some time to think about this. So Archangel Michael, when do we have the 3 of Wands and the 2 of Wands for Taurus? Thank you, Michael. 5th of November. I'm hearing backtracking. What does that mean, Michael, please? Oh, 2nd, 3rd of November, 5th of November. You may be changing your flights, or you may be changing train tickets, I don't know. You might originally have decided to travel on the 5th of November. You're now traveling on the 2nd. Okay, I'm seeing fireworks. All right, because maybe Taurus, you might feel, well, it would be nice to be with this person over the period of Guy Fawkes, right? Because you may feel it would be rather romantic to stand together and watch fireworks. I don't know why that's relevant. Did you meet this person and watch fireworks with them before? Are you trying to replicate a past event? And you're thinking it might be kind of nice. It might, I'm hearing, soften them up a little bit. Okay. Let's have a look at your energy, Taurus. You are a bit nervous. But you're determined to go and see this woman. Yeah. You may be traveling. This is travel, maybe, 8 of Wands. Or you could be communicating with her. To say that you've got some really good news. I think this is strategic, Taurus, because you're hoping to pique this woman's interest. Well, why is Taurus reaching out to me, I'm hearing after all this time, to say that they've got some good news? You're hoping that they're going to come back to you and say, well, what is the good news? And then you're planning on going back to this person to say, well, I'm traveling to your area on these dates. As in, it will be lovely to see you. I think that's your plan. You're hoping to pique her curiosity. What is going to happen when you meet this person? I think they will agree to see you, Taurus. You're going to turn up with a gift. So, Taurus, you've really thought about this. I'm going to choose a time in the calendar that's quite romantic. I'm going to message this woman, and to prevent her from ignoring the message, I'm going to tell her that I've got some really good news. When I meet up with her, I'm going to present her with a lovely gift. Now, Taurus, I don't know, you could buy her a bouquet of flowers. You could buy her a beautiful box of chocolates. I don't know, but you're going to turn up with a gift. You're determined to show her, I'm hearing your romantic side. Maybe the only side of you, Taurus, she's seen is your passionate side. You may feel, well, I'm not going to leap towards her with my pants on fire. I'm going to turn up with a gift. I'm going to spend time with her at a really romantic event. You could even get tickets for a fireworks display or something like that. And I'm going to prove to her that I'm not visiting her to have, a hot, steamy weekend or a few days in a hotel room. I want to talk to her and I want her to take me seriously. So that's your game plan. So let's have a look at this little reunion. What are you going to talk about? So Taurus, you are going to be open and honest about the past, about your situation, that your partner betrayed you, cheated on you with somebody else, left you out in the cold, and out of maybe a sense of revenge, you headed off to find someone to have a fling with. You may have travelled to another area, so your long-term partner wouldn't find out, maybe, even though she cheated on you. You met this woman, 9 of Pentacles energy, pre-Empress energy, and after you had a few days with her, I think you just disconnected. You might have lied and said, we'll keep in touch, but I don't think you did. She may have tried to message you, but you may have ignored her messages, and that was that. That's how I'm feeling this went. You're apologising for the past. You're apologising for the past. What else are you talking to her about? Yeah. Your long-term partner, Taurus, who could be a fellow Taurian, Virgo or Capricorn. Or this is simply a woman that you may still be legally married to. You may be. So you're going to be honest and say to her, at the time that you two met, you were actually with somebody else, but this partner betrayed you. Yes. Yes, your partner betrayed you with a lover. And so because you wanted to get your own back on your partner, you schmoozed this woman, sat in pre-Empress energy, love-bombed her, romanced her, had your wicked way with her, and then you just left her. What you're doing, Taurus, is you are explaining exactly what happened and saying to her, I understand how painful it was for you because you were left in total confusion. Where the hell is Taurus gone? Why isn't Taurus answering his emails or his messages? What's going on here? Okay, Taurus obviously just wanted a fling and now he's just dumped me. You're explaining to her, almost as if you're trying to say to her, I totally understand how you must have felt because this must have been very painful for you. But I was sitting in pain because my long-term partner was cheating on me. I think, Taurus, you want to air all of this out in the open because what you're going to go on to say is, I want to make it work with you. That's what you're leading up to. Yes, Tower. Yeah. Yeah. What you're going to say to her is, since that time, and Taurus, this could have been 3 or 4 months ago, it could have been a couple of years ago, I don't know, but we're not talking last week. I think what you're telling this pre-Empress is your relationship has blown up. Your relationship has blown up. It's over. And with the energy of the moon, you've been keeping all this to yourself because you were afraid to contact her in case she didn't want anything to do with you. You may want to talk to this woman about a Cancerian, an Aries, or a Scorpio that you were in a commitment with. She could also have a lot of earth in her chart. What else are you telling this pre-Empress? 9 of Wands. That you've kept looking at the past, feeling really burdened about what happened. Knowing that you developed feelings for this pre-Empress and wanting to see her, but you convinced yourself that she wouldn't want anything to do with you. What are you telling this pre-Empress? Wow. That you're actually getting divorced. You're seeking legal advice. Okay, this could be why you're coming through as the King of Swords. You could be in the middle of a divorce. And what you're saying to this pre-Empress is, I want to put in the effort with you. I want to be with you. I've realized that I developed feelings for you. I couldn't get you off my mind. I've been thinking about you such a lot. I'm so sorry about what happened. I'm sorry I ghosted you. What do you think? What is she going to say to you? She may not say anything for a few moments. Ace of Wands. She's actually going to say to you, Taurus, that she had a funny feeling after you left, that would be that. That this was just a fling. What else is she going to say? 10 of Cups. She's going to ask you straight out, Taurus, whether or not you see yourself in a 10 of Cups situation with her. She's trying to gauge, Taurus, whether or not you're serious. She's trying to gauge whether or not you're serious. 7 of Wands, yeah, because she's very guarded. She doesn't want to be used as a one-night stand again. She doesn't want to be taken for a fool again. I'm sorry, but that's how she's going to feel, right? 4 of Pentacles. Okay, Taurus, you're going to have to accept that she's going to hold back from you physically. So even if you travel to this person's area, even if it's a flight away, she's not going to invite you in and say, okay, you can stay for a few days. Now, Taurus, I don't think you felt that this woman would forgive you, so you may well have organised a hotel to stay in anyway, but just know that she's going to hold back from being intimate with you, from you guys sleeping together whilst you're there. It's almost as if she's testing you. If I hold back from getting hot and heavy with Taurus, is he going to stick around? Or is he going to act all moody, you know? She's testing you. She's testing you, Taurus. Yeah, because she wants to know the truth. Have you really healed from the situation with your long-term partner? Or are you wanting to be with her to again put a plaster over a wound pertaining to your long-term partner that you've separated from? Are you basically trying to do the same thing all over again? So Taurus, I don't know, if it's been 6 months or a year even since you've separated from your partner, you may want to put a mind at rest. Oh no, you know, we've been separated for a year. It's really done. It's really over. Your partner may even have moved on with somebody she had a fling with. You're going to put a mind at rest, Taurus, but she's still going to be a bit reserved with you, and you're going to have to accept that. The Emperor. Okay, she wants to know whether or not you are still married, and you may say yes, but I think this is you saying you're going through a divorce. She may say to you, Taurus, do you plan on marrying again? I mean, this is a woman who is a pre-empress. She knows her worth. She's not wanting to be taken advantage of. I think, Taurus, you're going to have to cope with some really blunt questions, and it may shock you. You may think, whoa, haven't seen this woman for a year, and she's saying, okay, well, are you still married? All right. How long have you been separated from your partner? Okay. All right. So do you want to get married in the future? I mean, Taurus, it may all come out. And you may be sitting on the edge of this woman's sofa or something, looking at her thinking, well, we've only just met up again. But she wants you to know that this is a woman looking for a serious commitment. And if she feels that, Taurus, this really isn't what you want, despite the fact that you're divorcing your partner, she may say to you, well, I don't think we're on the same page. Because she may feel, Taurus, it would be an unusual situation for you to go through a divorce and immediately want to commit to her. She may feel that would be a bit strange. She may feel that what you would potentially want to do is go through the divorce, sort yourself out, play the field for a few months, see who else is out there, and then reach back out. But Taurus, I think what you're trying to say to her is you're not just ending your long-term commitment because your partner cheated on you and you've fallen out of love with her. What you're saying to her is, the reason I'm divorcing is I've realized you're the one I want to be with. And so you may need to make that clear, because I don't think that's going to be clear, Taurus. Let's have a look at the energy between you two. But I do think this is going to end well, guys. I mean, we have the Ace of Cups to end with. Knight of Pentacles. All right, Taurus, you want to let this woman know that you are serious. You've taken your time thinking about this. You may also not have seen this woman for a while. And what this woman is thinking about is, well, Taurus has taken his time. But in a way, that's a good thing, because she's not getting a rushed player energy from you. She's not. So this is all good. I think what you're hoping for, Taurus, is to give her the time she needs to think about this. And with the Ace of Cups, this is not only self-love, with you disconnecting from your partner who cheated on you, this is you starting a brand new connection with this pre-Empress. Yeah. So Taurus, let's have a look at the Ace of Cups. Knight of Cups. Taurus, you love this woman. You may have fallen in love with her super fast and thought, oh my God, she was just supposed to be a fling, She may have tried to reach out to you, but you may have ignored her messages, feeling guilty, right? Because at the time you didn't have any intention on going back to her. And then I think, Taurus, you changed your mind when you realized your long-term commitment was over. And when you tried to reach out to this woman, she may have ignored your messages. But guys, this is beautiful, because this is you saying, I love you. I want to be with you. I'm so sorry about the past. Yeah, Taurus. This is a lovely energy you're sitting in. Yeah, and we have you, King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, Taurus. Beautiful energy. What are you going to say to this woman? Because this is, I love you. This could be you two getting back in touch again, messaging each other maybe from a distance, traveling to see each other over the next few months. It's going to take a while, because I think you're still going through a divorce. Let's see. Eight of Cups. Yeah. So you two are going to see each other as much as you can. But this may be your marriage ending. Let's see. Chariot. Yeah. Wow. Taurus, this is you definitely living separately from your partner. So you could have walked away from a Cancerian, or you could have walked away from a partner to be with a Cancerian. What's going on here? Why am I feeling nervous? Okay, the Hierophant. Taurus, you've left your marriage. This is your Taurian energy. But is this your ex wanting to talk to you again? As in, oh, darling, I'm sorry I cheated on you. I know it's been a long time. I don't think I want to finalize the divorce. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. She may be rushing back, Taurus, to say, I've changed my mind. Oh gosh, is that the case? Temperance. She could be a Sagittarian or a Cancerian. We've got most other signs on the board. You know what, Taurus, I've got to be honest. I think she's going to rush back into your life and say to you, she's changed. She's sorry that she cheated on you. She's sorry that she was unfaithful. She wants to settle back down in the marriage again. Wow, Taurus, what are you going to say? The cheek of it, right? Yeah, you're going to say no. You're going to say, hell no, Two of Swords, I don't even want to talk to you. I don't even want to talk to you. Because, Taurus, you're very serious about your life. You're not the sort of person who would normally cheat. You're all about creating stability. Your family, loyalty is very important to you. And I think for you, this is really done. I think, Taurus, what you're going to say to your partner is, I'm sorry, way too late. Yeah, you're going to give your partner a difficult message of truth. You cheated on me with somebody else. You left me out in the cold. I'm sorry. This is done. You may even say to your partner, Taurus, I'm sorry, I'm creating a new life with another woman. It's too late. Tell us about Taurus's partner's energy. Tell us about this woman. Okay, she's coming through as the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Taurus, I've got to admit, I think she's trying to be strategic here. She's trying to be strategic. What is this strategy all about? Okay, it's about the money, Taurus. She's decided she doesn't want to divorce you because she may realize that she's going to lose her financial stability despite cheating on you, right? I think, Taurus, you can see right through this woman. You know what she's all about, sadly. She's all about the money. You may know that she doesn't actually love you anymore. She's just worried about losing her financial security. But she shouldn't have cheated on you, right? Yeah. I'm afraid, Taurus, what you're going to say is, I'm sorry, but I think you're sat in shadow energy. I think you're obsessed with money. I think you're very strategic, and I've moved on. And I've moved on. What is her energy? Yeah, she's not going to believe it. What I'm almost seeing here is her seeing a tower fall, right? A lot of fire in there, and thinking, okay, wow, the tower really fell. This is done. It really is done. Yeah. Taurus, I think you're going to concentrate on your life with this pre-empress. This is the person that you want to be with. This is the person that you've realized that you love. The star, Aquarian energy. And this is someone, Taurus, who simply makes you happy. Do we have a final card for my lovely Taurians? Oh, guys, Four of Wands. I think not only are you two going to arrange to live together, but I also think, Taurus, that once your divorce is finalized, you may well get engaged. You could even be throwing an engagement party in your new house together, right? Celebrating this new love. So, my lovely Taurians, I really hope this has helped you. It's been so lovely to be with you. Do let me know if you feel this is your story. And of course, I'm sending love and light your way, and many blessings. Bye, Taurus.